What is up, bodyweight exercise fans? In today's video of Bodyweight Muscle, we're gonna talk about calisthenics versus bodyweight exercise. So how do these two words differ? What could they represent? And what is the best between the two if you want to make a separation between them? So first of all, this is a new word. Calisthenics is a new word in our dictionary, and it depends a little bit on us, the fitness community, people who are passionate about this, on how the word will develop, how it will evolve into representing something more rigid. So first of all, the origin of this word is Greek, calisthenics, and being Greek myself, I would say maybe it gives me a little bit more of an advantage into getting a better feeling of what this word could represent, what's the energy behind it. So let's basically break it down. Calisthenics comes from two Greek words, kalos and stenos. Kalos basically is beauty. In ancient Greece, it referred more into the pleasure given to the eye by a beautiful body, an aesthetic body, a fit body a lot of times. And stenos comes from the Greek word, I wouldn't say there's one word to define it, to explain it, but more of a combination. So stenos means braveness, it means courage, and it also means determination. So it's a mixture of the energy of these three words. So the way that I would define calisthenics and the way that I see it in this project, the way I incorporate it in my bodyweight exercise lifestyle, is the art of using your own body to sculpt an aesthetic physique, to strengthen yourself both mentally and physically, and as a tool to promote general health, as a tool to also, a more long-term, a tool to build a more long-term fit lifestyle, growing older with grace, promoting longevity. And basically these are things that I'm going to talk in my next video, how to use calisthenics to build a fit lifestyle and to a long-term basically fit lifestyle. In the end, calisthenics and bodyweight exercise for me mean the both, but let's also see how these can also be divided, since calisthenics today is also used in basically a form of exercise that is more gymnastic oriented. So gymnastic calisthenics or urban calisthenics, aka street workouts and all these things, are a form of exercise where you do more gymnastic type of things, such as bar spins, levers, explosive movements, and basically it's a little bit more skill oriented as to the way that I see basic calisthenics, basic bodyweight exercise. And this form of exercise puts a lot of stress on your joints. They require a lot of explosiveness, a lot of stabilization, and due to these factors, they are also a little bit more not that joint friendly, not that overall health friendly. Now, I'm not saying that calisthenics are bad. I'm just saying that urban calisthenics specifically are more of a sport as to a tool of getting physically fit, a tool as to that you can use in building a long-term fit lifestyle after you are 25, 30, and as you grow into old age. So this is why I think there needs to be a distinction between calisthenics and urban calisthenics or street workouts. For me, calisthenics represent everything we talked about in the beginning of the video, long-term fitness, health, developing a beautiful body, strengthening yourself mentally and physically, while urban calisthenics is more of a sport, for people after their 30s, people that are sensitive to injury, that have issues. It's not always the best thing to do. And basically for every cool YouTube guy that you see out there doing really cool things on the bars, muscle ups, levers and all that, there are a lot of people that try these same things and get injured. I used to hang in the past a lot with urban calisthenic athletes and really cool people. They do really cool things, but you know, very often a lot of them have injuries, have problems, and you know, for me, calisthenics, the way that I see them, shouldn't be something that takes a toll on your body, something that deteriorates your joints, rather than it should be something that promotes health, joint health, muscular health, building a healthy body, and all that. Now, of course, there are exceptions. There are people that do calisthenics way into old age, but you know, these people, you have to understand, are exceptions. These people have different joints. These people, you know, have a body that can withstand a lot more friction, a lot more tension, a lot more stress than the average body could. Now, also, this is not to say that you can't do anything urban calisthenic related. I'm just saying that you can do all of those things, you know, not everybody at least. So if you want to incorporate some urban calisthenic skills, I would say find some that don't feel like they are bad for you. They don't aggravate old injuries. They don't aggravate sensitive parts of your body. For example, maybe you can do handstands, you know, handstand balance. Basic calisthenic, urban calisthenic skill, really difficult to develop, of course, takes a lot of time. I like to work on it quite often. You know, again, here you have a lot of hyperextension in your wrist and tension. You need to also work on some mobility drills, on some wrist conditioning in order to do these long-term without problems. Wrist push-ups, for example, are something that help me. And you know, there are things, again, for example, like the front lever. I used to be able to do that a few years ago, but they put a lot of they basically put a lot of they aggravated a lot my left elbow. You know, no matter how I approached them, how well I warmed up with bands, mobility drills, and all of that, I just got pain. I always got pain, and I realized, you know, that not every urban calisthenics skill is for everyone. And if you think in it, you know, when you're in a front lever, your elbow joint has to stabilize a ton of weight for you to stay in that flat line. So you know, not everybody's body is made for every calisthenic skill. Find maybe a few that are fun to do and don't aggravate any of your joints. Incorporate them in your program. You can do them in the beginning of a workout, you know, after you warm up, so your body's prepared, but before doing your strength training, so you're not spent. And you know, they can be fun. So if you're a guy and you want to get more into urban calisthenics, I highly recommend following Al Cavadlo. If you're a woman, a girl, and you want to get into some urban calisthenics as well, follow Grace Cavadlo. Love them both. Follow me as well on Instagram if you haven't yet. Check out my 12 video free course on how to maximize muscle growth with bodyweight exercise. These are the videos that I've been doing these couple of months. I've made a playlist. You can watch them all, and you know, everything you need to do, you need to learn on how to maximize muscle growth is in this 12 video series. Leave a comment below. Let me know about your opinion on calisthenics versus urban calisthenics. Let me know if you agree with me today, if you disagree, if you have a different opinion, different philosophy. Subscribe if you're new, like this video, and until next time, keep on training.